Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. Today I'm going to keep it quite brief. We're going to have a look at today's Times Quick Cryptic and just try and crack 3 or 4 clues while I explain what I'm trying to think about when I'm solving a clue, just to help you have an idea how you could kind of think about a clue. So firstly, a bit of an oddity. We've got Times Quick Cryptic number 1129 there, and Times Quick Cryptic number 1129 by Pedro there. I presume there's no difference, but let's just call it up here. I think I know who Pedro is as well, so Paul Henderson, this could be your puzzle. Now, let's just have a look at one across. I haven't seen this before. Shimmering sapphire emitting 1, maybe. Well, they're shimmering. Shimmering can't be doing all that many jobs in a clue. It could easily be the definition which will appear at one end or the other of a clue. But if it wasn't a definition, it could be an anagram indicator. You might need to shimmer, as it were, to kind of do something involving motion with the letters of a word. Now the problem there, sapphire is an 8-letter word and we're only looking for a 7-letter answer. But look at this phrase, emitting 1. Now, 1 is about the most common abbreviation, as it were, in crosswords. It can refer to the letter I from the Roman 1, I think. And we could take out the I from sapphire, and then we've just got the other 7 letters, S-A-P-P-H-R-E. Now, if that was the right way to read this clue, then maybe is left to be the definition, which is quite unusual. Maybe is often used in crossword clues as an example. So the definition could have been 1 maybe, or emitting 1 maybe, but they would be a bit strange. But if we can come up with an anagram of S-A-P-P-H-R-E to mean maybe, then perhaps we've got the answer. So 1 across is perhaps. And again there, I was just to start with, as so often, looking for a bit of wordplay, trying to understand what jobs, what the kind of active jobs of a word in the clue were. Let's have a look at one down. This phrase is 425. Brag, perhaps, to follow having this collection of suits. Now, I don't know the answer to that straight away. Brag, perhaps. There's the card game, brag. To brag can be to crow. To follow having this collection of suits. I have to say, I don't immediately know what that is. So maybe we'll try and come back to that. Oh, it begins with a P. I was thinking B for some reason. Brag, perhaps, to follow having this collection of suits. Ah, okay, yes. So we're looking therefore at a collection of suits. That's a pretty cryptic definition of this answer. Now, obviously, one's thinking of suits hanging in a closet or a designer's collection of suits. But in fact, in this case, we're looking for different types of suits. And brag is kind of our clue there as to what the collection of suits is. And the first thing I said about brag was that it was a card game and you get suits in cards. So if you have a collection of 4 of those suits, you have a pack of cards. And you could follow having a pack of cards by playing a game of brag. So we'll just have a look at a couple more, 1 across and 1 down. 7 across, want business to take on old soldier. So business is a company. And that's got a very simple abbreviation. And an old soldier could be something like a veteran, shortens down to vet, perhaps. So if you add that to the co for company, that gives you a word for want, which is covet. And 2 down, shipyard work, note, falling into current. Now, shipyard work. We've got some R something V, and what I'm immediately thinking is people do riveting in shipyards, but that's quite interesting because of falling into current. So I'm thinking about riveted, riveter, riveting. They don't quite fit with shipyard work, which would only be riveting, and that's too many letters. But the note, there are a lot of possible notes in crosswords, as well as note being N or A, B, C, D, E, F or G. It could also be Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La or Ti. And the last of those, T, can be spelled T-E or T-I. So the current here could be a river, which would fit with the R blank V start as well. So I'm allowing my thoughts to be shaped by the letters I've got. And as soon as I'm seeing R blank V, and then shipyard work, I'm thinking rivet. Current, I'm thinking river. And I could put T-E into river, and I've got riveter. And it's a bit odd that it says shipyard work, because shipyard work is riveting, whereas a shipyard worker is riveter. And in fact, that's where I think this clue is going. I think it's meant to say shipyard worker, because that would make more sense in the actual clue surface as well. Shipyard worker could fall into current, whereas a shipyard work wouldn't really do that. So I actually think it's a misprint. And just to confirm the R at the end, let's have a look at 13 across. Screen feature, not entirely superficial. Well, again, as soon as I see the C blank R and a screen feature, that very much limits my thinking into something you'd see on a screen that begins CR. What's moving here is my cursor. So why would cursor fit with not entirely superficial? Because the word cursory means superficial. And using that, but not entirely, would give you cursor. So that kind of proves the R for riveter. So that's all we'll do this morning. Just a little bit of a start on the puzzle. Understand what's going on. We've already identified what I think is a misprint. It should have said worker, not work, in 2 down. And we've got the puzzle started. So feel free to have a look at the rest of the clues if you want. That's up to you. I'll just put the others on screen there so you could pause at the right point and have a go at the rest of the puzzle in your own right. 10 across would be fairly easy, I would imagine. Either out or oft would fit, or even OWT out, but the clue is dismissed in contest, though not bold. See if you can figure that one out. And I hope to see you again on Cracking the Cryptic. Thanks for your